Welcome to The Score, the free epicenter of local high school sports. We've got it all, so don't miss out. Brace yourself for fierce competition, highlights, and unforgettable moments. All brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Also brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
And that is who we are. Welcome to Messalonskee High School in Oakland, where it's matinee basketball this afternoon as the Messalonskee Eagles take on the Nokomis Warriors. Welcome to the broadcast. Mike Violet here. AJ Knight is back from his family Christmas. John Packard is our videographer. We've got a good one here this afternoon. These Messalonskee Eagles coming off a rollicking win over the Skowhegan Riverhawks the other night. They won 68-50, AJ, and it wasn't even that close.
Yeah, and I think that's the potential, and I think surprisingly in that game Merrick Smith played well, but I think surprisingly Messalonskee sitting at 3-1, despite the fact I think Merrick Smith's gotten off to a little bit of a slow start. In terms of, I think Messalonskee's had trouble finding him more than anything.
They solved that problem some the other night, including a couple of huge plays that were alley-oops where he slammed it down, and Smith had a solid night. But the supporting cast, we had talked to Sam Smith, the Messalonskee coach, about that after we had him on after the win the other night. The supporting cast has really risen up, and Drake Brunel is back from an early season ankle injury, and he gives them the added spark of the speed to get the ball up the court. Also plays great defense. He can score.
Yeah, that was big in the KVAC preseason predictions and rankings and all that. Obviously, Merrick Smith got a ton of pomp and circumstance, and justifiably so, and Messalonskee was picked to finish second. Drake Brunel was really the only one of note that also received circumstance, though not to the same level. So being able to kind of weather his injury early on and now get him back just gives you another useful rotation piece.
Yeah, and there are many of them. Sam Doobie at guard. Also, Jacob Moody has been playing very, very strong. Parker Reynolds, the 6'4 junior, also has been a real spark for them as well. Meanwhile, for Josh Grant and the Nokomis Warriors, it's year 2 post the Flags, Cooper and Ace. This is a team that still has talent left over, and they're 4-2, and they come in here on a 3-game winning streak with wins over Bangor. They blew out Bangor by 25 points, then beat Camden Hills, a pretty good ball club, and then beat Brewer, a pretty good ball club. So this club is headed in the right direction. Owen Sides, a youngster, has really helped out, but Connor Sides, his brother, a leftover from the Flag era, has been huge as well. Nokomis, I think, a huge dark horse this year.
Yeah, I think really interesting because of their perimeter. We saw against Skowhegan both ways, right? Their perimeter shut down Adam Fitzgerald, got him into foul trouble, and so he kind of sat huge chunks of that game and really was out of rhythm. But then the other thing is that perimeter really, especially if they can get in transition, they will get running and they can draw fouls and really either extend a lead or chew up a deficit from the free throw line. And I think that's what makes this matchup in particular super interesting, because while Messalonskee early has weathered the storm and is having team success, the perimeter is going to be the question. Not to, apt comparisons last year with Gardner girls, we knew what they had in the post. Was the perimeter going to be able to do enough for them to achieve their goals. And we saw against Lawrence, the perimeter got shut down, and they were able to mitigate Gruber, and that was the end of their season.
Speaking of the Gardner girls, they played Lawrence last night. Lawrence winning in Fairfield, a game we had on the score. If you want to go and watch it, you certainly can. You can find it on our YouTube page at Central Maine Sports. And while there, please go subscribe, hit the bell, and get notifications on when our games begin. Score lights, our players of the game, and much, much more at YouTube Games, also available in the vault at centralmainsports.com. And also watch our games and listen to them at 1160thescore.com. And also, of course, listen to us on the radio as well on AM 1160, WSKW The Score, and also on the Score app. We had that game last night, which was a game for the first half, and then Lawrence was Lawrence in the second half. And Maddie Provost had a great game, but our player of the game last night only had 6 points. Ashley Shores was the player of the game, but her all-around floor game was great. So if you want to go back and watch it, you too, AJ, because I know you're on the road.
I will. Again, all the places Mike said, of course, watch out for Score Lights, our highlight video of the game on YouTube, on our social media, Central Maine Sports, everywhere. And then, of course, Spotlight, the player of the game, Ashley Shores, having that honor, which I think makes her the fourth or fifth different Lawrence Bulldog already this season to win a player of the game. Provost has won twice, Gray has won, and I think Shores now. Elkins has won. Yeah, so 4 or 5 different Bulldogs, which is just a testament to that team.
Exactly. There is a ton of talent there on the team. So not focus on what we've got here. So if you want to see that game or any of the games, we've had some beauties this week. 2 of them, including Lawrence and Gardner last night, Lawrence and Coney from the Capital City Classic the other night. They're all there on YouTube at Central Maine Sports, at centralmaine.com in the vault. So please go and watch. And when you're on YouTube, please subscribe, because you can be a winner of UMaine hockey tickets. You can be a winner of UMaine men's basketball tickets. You can be a winner of UMaine women's basketball tickets as well. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups. Also, we've got a new sponsor on the Score that I will tell you about, but we'll have the starting lineups as Nokomis and Messalonskee get ready to get at it right after this.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at the Eagles Nest. It's Messalonskee and Nokomis and boys basketball this afternoon on The Score. And we are pleased to welcome our new sponsor, Sparkling Ice, which is distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston. Last night, AJ, we had some bottles of Sparkling Ice, and I was more than accommodating to test them on the air. I ended up drinking 3 bottles.
Oh, so it must be pretty good then.
It was that good. Sparkling Ice. You can find out more by going to their website, which is sparklingice.com. The flavors are absolutely fantastic. Strawberry watermelon was among my favorites. So Valley Beverage is your distributor. We appreciate having them on board. The distributors of Sparkling Ice. You can find it at fine beverage retailers all over the state of Maine. All right, the starting lineups today. First of all, for Josh Grant and the Nokomis Warriors. They will go this way. Owen Sides at one guard. He is a 5'10 sophomore. Dawson Townsend starts up front. He is a 6'2 junior. Connor Sides at guard, along with his brother Owen. He is a 5'9 senior. Seth Bowden is a 6-foot sophomore. He starts, and Alex Grant, a 5'8 senior. It's basically 5 guards for the Nokomis Warriors. And for the Messalonskee Eagles, they will go this way. Drake Brunel, the 6-foot junior, is at one guard. Sam Doobie, a 5'9 senior, is their second guard. Third guard is going to be Jacob Moody. He is a 5'8 senior. Up front for the Messalonskee Eagles, Merrick Smith, of course, starting. He is a 6'10 junior. It'll probably be Ty Bernier. We will find out who that's going to be when they officially start things here in just a second. Sam Smith was not sure. A timeout. We're back with the opening tap between Messo and Nokomis after this.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Alrighty, back here in Oakland at Messalonskee High School. Mike Violet and AJ Knight, along with videographer Sean Packard. Today's game, as always, is presented by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. More than just a community college, with over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Go find your passion, and go find it right now at cmcc.edu. All right, starting lineups officially introduced now. Owen Sides.
You know, the other thing...
Ty Bernier, go ahead.
I was going to say, the other thing interesting to me, Mike, about Messalonskee doesn't get talked about a lot. I think it's lost a little bit with Merrick Smith. Messalonskee has legitimate wing size.
Yeah, they've got some size off the bench for sure. Drake Brunel being introduced. And you look at Parker Reynolds, you look at Nick Dexter off the bench, both at 6'4".
I mean, they got a couple. They can go really big in a way that I think a lot of high school teams can't.
Dawson Townsend, who represents the size for Nokomis at 6'2". And here's Jacob Moody for the Eagles, the 5'8 senior guard. A real spark plug for them. Here's Connor Sides, 5'9 senior. Sam Doobie. Important part of what Messalonskee does, and of course the big guy will be last. Here's Seth Bowden, the 6-foot sophomore for Nokomis. And Merrick Smith, the 6'10 junior, whose skill level has increased dramatically, and it wasn't bad last year, but he has really developed his game even more and is a heck of a lot more athletic than a lot of people realize.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to me who Merrick guards on defense because matchup-wise, obviously, Townsend being the tallest player in Nokomis' starting lineup would be the guess. But Townsend obviously doesn't operate with his back to the basket, so defensively it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
Messalonskee in the home white, trimmed with the blue numerals and some red. And Nokomis in the road maroons with the white numerals, and we are set to go. Messalonskee goes right to left, Nokomis left to right on the tap, Townsend and Smith. And everybody away from the circle. Referee pointing out which way each team is going, always useful. Tip is easily controlled by Smith to Moody, right off to Bernier. Back up top to Moody. Moody to Doobie. High post now to Smith. Let's see what they do high-low. Looks for a cutter. In the corner, there is no one cutting. It is Moody. Moody foul line right, guarded by Sides. Lob pass down low for Doobie. Back to Smith. Smith operating away from the basket. Back outside to Moody. Left corner. Open there was Brunel. Drives to the hoop. Missed it. Rebound tapped around. It's out of bounds off Messo. Smith was there but couldn't grab that loose ball. It goes to Nokomis.
And I think you see there, this is what makes this matchup a little interesting to me, is Nokomis' perimeter defense is very good.
They get after it. Here's Seth Bowden. Picked up by Smith. See how far they can get Smith away from the basket. Dawson Townsend foul line left. Whips it to the right to Bowden. Bowden now leaving it for Sides. And this is Connor. Connor in the paint. Better get out of there. Just does. The three by Bowden no good. Weak side rebound Brunel. Threads the needle ahead for Smith. Smith decides to wait for everybody to catch up. Doobie to Brunel. A stutter step. Fakes, goes in, back outside. A three by Bernier, off. Rebound on the weak side. It's Doobie. Another possession for Messo. Doobie for three. No. And the rebound in the hands of Townsend. Dawson Townsend, no score. We're a minute 10 in. On the weave, hands it off to Bowden. Bowden on the weave to Sides. Foul line left to Dawson. Townsend. Townsend on the wing, back up top to Owen Sides. Owen penetrates, shut off there by Bernier. A lot of defense so far. Dawson Townsend drives, goes right around Smith, banks it up, and it rolls out. And the rebound is cleared by Bernier.
Great take there, but I think he got a little bit afraid of Smith.
Here's Smith in the post. Backs his man in, huge size advantage, rolls it up, it's short, it rolled off. Is anybody going to score? We're almost 2 minutes in.
That was a great take. I mean, Smith had to be just give me the ball in the paint, gets it, and just doesn't get any friendly roll there.
Maybe one more dribble would have helped out. Foul line left at Sides, up top to Sides. Connor to Owen. Now to Seth Bowden, rolls inside, goes around, and misses, and the rebound Smith. The outlet pass now to Moody. Moody cruising up, stops on the right at the foul line, kicks it off for Doobie. Doobie drives, and it's taken away, and it is ruled out off Dawson Townsend. Sam Smith off the bench for Messo wants play number one. We're going to find out what that is.
Lob to Merrick Smith.
There you go. Excellent. Backdoor Brunel to Moody, couldn't use it. Now to Bernier on the tip. Bernier cruises in, stops, back outside Moody, a three ball, short, rebound on the weak side, cleared there by Sides. We're 2.5 in, no points.
Feel a little bit like a holiday game, do you?
Connor Sides. Bowden drives in, lays it off now for Connor Sides in the paint, open there Bowden, and guess what? He missed.
That was a great take. Nokomis is doing a nice job, I think, working that paint. Unfortunately, there just no friendly away rims here.
Everybody has missed so far. Both teams 0 for the game. Merrick Smith up top. Hands it off to Brunel. Brunel jacks a three. Air. Picked off in there by Bowden out of the shoot. Bowden, right side to Sides, and we've got points. Connor Sides makes it 2-zip Nokomis. It took 3 minutes and 6 seconds to get points.
And no surprise for Nokomis, comes in transition before Smith can get set.
Brunel hands it off to Bernier. Bernier jacks one up. That's a brick, and the rebound is cleared by Bowden. Bowden rushes up. Bowden pulls it back, waits, kicks it back outside to Connor's side. Sides up top to Townsend. Now on the right for Alex Grant. Grant, left-handed three. No good. Smith skies for the board. One and done. Brunel ahead for Bernier, and Bernier fouled on the play. Fouled by Bowden. That's a good foul by Seth Bowden. Don't let him have an easy basket, and he didn't.
Well, especially, too, with both teams struggling offensively. Yeah, he gets it from the charity stripe. But don't let him see a layup go down.
So at the line for Messalonskee is Ty Bernier, the 6-foot junior. Wearing the number 1. And Messalonskee on the board. It's 2-1 Nokomis. Took them 3:43 to score, if you're keeping score at home. Second one is good. It's 2-2. 4:17 to go in the first. Glad you're with us. That's a turnover. Bad pass to Bowden. You don't want to throw it at number 20's ankles like that. On an inbounds pass. And we've got a whistle. We got a timeout. 4:15 to play in the first. We'll take it 2. It's 2-2. Back after this on The Score.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Local sports on The Score, always brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Go online and find him, cmautogroup.com. That's cmautogroup.com. 2-2 with 4:15 to go in the first, out of the timeout.
And this is, I think, defensively, this is what I think is interesting. Nokomis' pressure and combined with Messalonskee's struggles at times to just find Merrick Smith on the block.
So after the Nokomis turnover, here's Messalonskee. It's Brunel. On the right to Doobie. Now on the pivot to Smith. Doubled immediately. Back to Doobie. Doobie fires, hits a 3. 5-2 Messo.
At least do that, because that can happen. If Merrick Smith's not going to get a basket, you can get a good look.
Here's Bowden. Seth up the middle. He'll be guarded by Smith, at least for now. On the left now, Grant drifts back over to the right. Hands it off to Dawson Townsend. Townsend popping out, it's Bowden. Foul line left, Owen sides. Now to Grant. Grant going on Brunel. Kicks it corner. Open Townsend. Townsend goes up, has to shoot up a rainbow there over Smith, and that really altered the shot. The rebound to Brunel. Brunel, a pick. The roll not there. Brunel foul down, and he is hit, and it's a 2-shot foul for Drake Brunel. Coming into the game for Messalonskee, talking about their wing size. Parker Reynolds off the bench. He will come in. Can't come in now. 6'4" junior. At the line, Drake Brunel. 5-2 Messalonskee. Shot is up and no good. All right, so now Reynolds will come in along with Ryan Parent, a 5'8" junior. Bezier out, Moody out. One more for Brunel. It's good, but it's not. He stepped over the line, so take that free throw away. Boy, we've seen a lot of that this year.
This gym in particular.
A lot of people stepping in too soon in the lane after a free throw, which usually has been made. Here's Bowden, 5-2 still. Bowden trying to go on Smith. Baseline, denied defense there by Doobie, knocked it out of bounds.
Interesting thus far. I think Bowden's done a nice job moving with Smith being his primary defender. You got to see, curious to see if he can get him an open shot from deep.
Up top, Connor sides to Townsend. On the right now, back to Alex Grant. Just to the right of the key, backs it out, guarded by Brunel. Gets a pick from Connor sides, goes around it, left corner open. It's Seth Bowden for 3, and he knocks it down. 3-ball corner pocket. We're tied at 5.
And that's how you're going to make Merrick Smith have to play you. That's a big shot.
Here's Doobie. Sam to the right to Parent. High post at the foul line to Smith. Tries to turn. Good help defense there by Sides. A strip and a steal. Sides with the ball. On the right, we're tied at 5. Low-scoring game, 2.5 to go in the first. Driving is Bowden. There is Smith. Smith gets some help there from Reynolds. Now backing in at Sides. Sides can't use it. Goes baseline to Grant. Back to Sides. Jump step in. Kicks it out 3. Yes! Seth Bowden feeling it. 8-5. Nokomis by 3. They have scored 6 straight, both threes by Bowden. Here's Doobie. Doobie tries to go baseline. Shut off on the double team. Now to Brunel. Brunel rolls around a pick. Nothing there. Whistle hit on the way through. No shots. That'll be a possession foul coming in for Messalonskee in the ball game. Nick Dexter and Merrick Smith will check out with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Dexter 6'4". Lob back outside to Parent. Ryan Parent to Dexter. Dexter wheels in, finds his spot, throws it up a little bit too hard, almost got called for over the back, or almost could have been called for over the back. But no, here's Bowden with a rebound. Bowden drives in transition, blocked there by Dexter. Nice stop by Dexter to get back, and it's thrown away by Reynolds. Bad turnover there by Parker.
There you get the block, and then you're going to see trying to push it up in transition, kind of just a lackadaisical pass.
1:40 left in the quarter, 8-5. Glad to have you with us this afternoon. Matinee Basketball on December 30th. It'll be our last broadcast of 2023. The last of many. There's a block by Reynolds. Then up over Dexter. Counting and one for Connor Sides. Dexter denied him, and then he went up and hit the putback.
I think he could have been called for, jump ball, right? Because he comes straight back down with that one. I think that should have been a jump ball, but instead of an offensive rebound, I guess basically is what you call it.
So Sides with a chance for a traditional three-point play. Connor ready, dips, fires, and got it. Nice roll, 11-5. Nokomis by 6, largest lead of the game. 1:20 to go in the first. Brunel hands it off to Doobie. Sam doubled, knocked away, stolen by Owen Sides. Sides galloping up, lays it up too hard. Rebound is there for Sides. Sides puts it back up and in. Owen missed the shot. His brother bailed him out. And it is 13-5, and Sam Smith has seen enough. Timeout Messalonskee, as the Nokomis Warriors here have gone on an 11-0 run, and they lead at 13-5 with 1:07 to go in the quarter. Back after this on The Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
An 11-0 run for the Nokomis Warriors has sparked them out to a 13-5 lead. Sam Smith's trying to stop the bleeding there with a timeout. 1:07 to go in the first quarter. Nokomis has come out en fuego after a slow start for each team trying to score. Took over 3 minutes for Nokomis to score, and over 3:40 for Messalonskee to score. There's a three way off by Ryan Parent, and the rebound to Grant. Grant, a stutter step in the corner, knocked out of bounds by Parent. Sam Smith tried to claim otherwise, but no. Coming in, Jake Newmeyer, 6-foot senior for Nokomis. Dawson Townsend, the 6'2 junior, out. Nokomis ball in the front court, 46.9. Owen Sides. Baseline into Bowden, back to Sides. Sides to Sides. Backing it out now, Connor. Connor whips it over everybody to his brother Owen, left corner three. It is good by Alex Grant. And it's a 14-0 run, 16-5.
Not quite how you drew it up, but his brother steals an assist from him.
Brunel wheels in, spins at the foul line. Kicks it over left side. Parent open for a three. No good. Rebound Reynolds. Back to Parent. A bullet pass out to Doobie. Right corner three by Brunel. No. Messalonskee off. Reynolds can't corral the rebound. Out of bounds. And a Nokomis ball with 8.8 seconds left. Let's see what the Warriors can do with it. Bounce to sides. This is Connor. Over midcourt, top of the circle, stops and pops from there. Bang! Holy smokes! The Nokomis Warriors are smoking. The score at the end of one, Nokomis 18, Messalonskee 5. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
A 16-0 run to end the quarter by the Nokomis Warriors. It was 5-2 Messalonskee. And since then, Nokomis has scored 16 straight points. Warriors with the ball to start the second half, and Messalonskee has got to buckle down. An atrocious first quarter for them after they played terrific basketball against Skowhegan in the Capital City Classic and blowing them out 68-50. Foul line right now, Dawson Townsend. Townsend to Grant. Grant holds, works it to the right. Hands it off now to Townsend. Townsend trying to go on Doobie, backs off, a fadeaway pop, short, rebound Merrick Smith back in. Smith to Doobie. Doobie to Bernier. To Doobie. Inside, back outside, kicked by Smith. Now Smith again, wide post. Smith puts it on the floor, nothing there, back out front. It's Doobie, a swing in the corner now to Moody. Moody has it tied up and taken away by Connor Sides, and a breakaway here, and Grant lays it up and in. And it's 20-5. It's an 18-0 run. Brunel to Smith, he's got to get going. Smith spins in, left-handed, counted and one. Boy, did the Eagles need that. It stops an 18-0 run. And it makes it 20-7. Needed points by Merrick Smith.
Man, that's just one of those things where Messalonskee, you got to find your horse here. You got to get him the ball.
Smith at the line. Missed. Rebound to Townsend. Kicks it out on the right to Grant. Grant back to Townsend. Right corner, Owen sides open. Shot no good, follows it though, and backdoor finds Townsend up, and no! They say the foul before the shot. Shot went, but Townsend was fouled before the shot. Possession foul inbound here for Nokomis under the basket. Alex Grant will do the honors. Jeff Carr coming in, a 6-foot sophomore for Owen sides. Man, Nokomis is quick, aren't they?
Yeah, and you talk about five guards. This is one of the things you talk about. You got to press, and you got to be able to challenge with your perimeter and cut.
Inbounds pass to Townsend. Back now to Bowden. Bowden goes in, kicks it left corner, turning the three down there. Carr just off the bench. Back out front now to sides. Connor goes in. Smith tries to double team. Missed it on the swipe. Instead, Carr fills it from the baseline from 10. So it doesn't matter who comes in for Nokomis. They just keep scoring 22-7. Brunel out front. Brunel drifts to the left. There is Moody. Down low to Smith. Bodied off the play. Still spins in. Doesn't go, but he's going to the line. Pretty good defense by Dawson Townsend on him there. They list Townsend at 6'2". He looks a little bigger than that to me. Not much bigger, but a little bigger.
Yeah, I think, especially when you see him standing next to Merrick Smith.
Nice lob into Merrick Smith, and he missed the shot. Got to have that from 3 or 4 feet. Ball out of bounds off Nokomis.
They said, by the way, correction, Mike. They said Carr actually drew that foul, or committed that foul.
All right, so that was a foul. Driving in Doobie, beats his man, Moody, I should say, and he blows a bunny. Jacob Moody missed a layup. Rebound, they scooted ahead to sides. Sides circles in, sides smartly goes in the right corner for Carr. Now they swing it around. Nokomis really moving the ball well. In the pivot, Bowden, nothing there with Smith in the way. Now Carr drives in, almost lost the dribble. Driving is Bowden. Bowden shut off there. We got a jump ball. It was called by Merrick Smith first, and the referee seconded his emotion.
Yeah, Townsend got caught in the air and got tied up there. Second time I think that call could have been made. This time goes against the Warriors.
Well, if you're Messalonskee here with 5:50 left in the half, you want to get this at least down to single digits before we are done in the first half.
Yeah, I'll tell you how you do that. 11, 11, 11.
There it is. 11 goes up and 11 is fouled. But that's just the third team foul on Nokomis. And a whistle. And a full timeout taken. We'll take it too. 5:38 to go in the first half. It's been all Nokomis. The Warriors 22, the Messalonskee Eagles 7. This is high school basketball on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights, back here live after the timeout called by Nokomis. The inbounds pass went to Merrick Smith, and Smith about 5 feet away hit one off the window that missed, or shot off the window and missed, and he is going to the line. The foul called on Dawson Townsend. 22-7, Nokomis by 15. They've dominated here in the first half, and another missed free throw.
Yeah, worth noting, by the way. Okay, correction. They said 2. I was going to say they gave Townsend 3 total fouls, and I was like, that's a story there.
Yeah,
just 2.
It's 2. 4 on the team. Second one is good, so it's 22-8. So every foul the rest of the first half committed by Nokomis, Messo's going to shoot. See if they can exploit that by getting it in the pivot to Smith. 22-7. Excuse me, 22-8. They forgot to put the point on the board.
Yes.
Foul line right now, Grant. Grant now to Townsend. Townsend in the corner for Bowden. Bowden, top of the circle to sides. This is Connor. Connor, bounce pass on the right, and it's kicked out of bounds by Alex Grant. And a turnover, unforced turnover. The Messo bench telling the scorer that it's 22-8.
That's my count. I got 22-8 as well.
So do I. I mean, I am by no means accurate, but I think I got this one. Into Smith. Smith doubled, ducks down, lefty, missed everything. And the rebound to Bowden. Hands it off on the weave to Townsend. Townsend misses. Rebound speared right there by Brunel. Scoreboard is now correct. We can all relax. Those of us who are OCD about that kind of stuff. Smith. In the pivot, doubled, rolls in, hits. That is what Messo needs. 22-10. That's Merrick Smith being Merrick Smith. That is undefendable. Indefensible? What is it?
Indefensible, I think. Not to mention, that's the reason you have those fouls, too, to get your perimeter guys a chance to get some easy ones.
All right, up top, Connor's sides, 22-10. Messalonskee has finally broken double figures. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first. Driving Connor's side, shut off there well by Bernier. Now at the top, Dawson Townsend, 22-10. Outside, a 3-ball is long by Connor's sides. Rebound Smith. Here comes Messalonskee. It's Moody. To Doobie on the right. Stops and fires a 3 way off. I mean, way off. And Sides with a rebound. Sides rushes up. Stopping, popping is Bowden. Bowden no good. Rebound Smith. Gobbles it up. Messo not locking for chances. Here's Brunel. Brunel on the right. Smith with a pick. The roll not there. Moody takes it inside. Now to Doobie. Smith comes out to set a pick. Wasn't really effective. Outside now to Ty Bernier. Bernier on the right. Drops it off on the baseline to Moody. Now Smith pops open, but he's outside at the elbow. He is being harassed, goes in, drops it off. He's better off to shoot there than pass that to Brunel.
100%.
A turnover. Foul line left now, Townsend. 22-10, 3 minutes to go in the first. Grant with a nice move, couldn't use it though. Kicks it to Bowden, back to Grant. Now to Sides. This is Connor. Connor drifts back to the top, 22-10. Driving through, backing up, it's Bowden over Smith. Hit it! Tough shot by Bowden, 24-10. Lead back to 14, 2:40 to go in the first half.
Give Bowden 8.
On the right now, it's Jacob Moody. Moody goes in, lays it over, and Smith bricked it. Off the glass, it wasn't even close to the square. Rebound picked off by Grant. Back up top to Sides. Now in the corner for Bowden. Bowden curls in, trying to go up over Smith. We got a whistle, and the basket is no good. Traveling is called on Seth Bowden. Parker Reynolds coming in for Messo in place of Moody.
How about Bowden, though, after hitting that tough shot, feeling some confidence going after the big fella?
He did. He went into the land of the Giants. Up top, Brunel. 24-10. Messo looking to chisel this lead to single digits by halftime. Smith goes in, throws it off the boards and misses it, gets his own rebound. How about that for improvisation? 24-12. What the heck? That's a brilliantly smart play.
He better get a bucket because you do something like that.
Here's a steal by Brunel. Brunel driving, lays it up and in. And it's 10. 24-14 with 1:35 to go. Messalonskee a little run here. They've scored 4 in a row. Over the timeline now, Connor Sides. Sides to the right. Hands it off on the weave to Grant. Back outside. Shot no good. Smith with a rebound. Kicks it ahead to Brunel. Brunel had a man flashing to the basket. Reynolds, and it's tipped out of bounds. There's no doubt that's off Nokomis for my money. And the officials concur. And now wanting a 30-second timeout is Josh Grant. We'll keep it right here. 1:14 to go in the half. Let's try that again. Let's reset things. Let's reset me first, then we'll reset things. Brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. The big deal in this game is an 18-0 run by the Nokomis Warriors from early in the first quarter. That went through the second quarter. They bumped their lead up to 20-5. That's the difference in the game so far. Finally, a Merrick Smith shot stopped that 18-0 run, but that is the big story of the game so far. The lead now whittled down to 10. Messo on a 4-0 run. Our game reset always brought to you by Midstate Machine. Find them at midstatemachine.com.
I mean, it started by them slowing it down. I think Nokomis has had some looks. Neither team has shot, I think, particularly well. Nokomis got going on that run, I think, aided a little bit more by transition, right, forcing some turnovers.
All right, Dubin to put it into play on the baseline.
I think Messo slowed it down here to be able to chip away.
Back outside. Bezier for three, and he nails it. Excuse me, that's Ty Bernier for three, and he nails it. And guess what? They've whittled it down to single digits. It's 24-17, a 7-0 run. Finally, some shots beginning to fall. Bowden drives, goes up over Smith, and he hits the shot. Seth Bowden makes it 26-17, 50 seconds to go in the first half. Brunel floats in, goes up, lays it up. No, he did everything but score. And Nokomis has numbers. It's 5-on-4 ahead to Sides. Sides to the foul line. The pop there by Townsend. Swish. And it's back to 11, 28-17. With 30 seconds to go in the first half. In the right corner, open there, is Bernier. Bernier lost it out of bounds. On the baseline, he stepped on it and turns it over. So Messo, after getting it down to 7, kind of falling apart a little bit. Into Sides. Back over to Grant. And the referees stopped the clock. Comes over to the scorers table. And I don't know why they're doing that.
Were they shouting clock? Is that what they said?
They took 3 seconds off the clock. So it drops from 22.1 to 19.1. I don't know why, but that's why they're out there. Messo with pressure here on Grant. Putting the ball in, gets it into Connor Sides. So we are at 15. Sides guarded by Reynolds. Messalonskee looking to trap it. They don't. They get it ahead to Bowden. Bowden out of Grant. Back out front to Sides. Clock with 5. On the weave, they go to Bowden. Bowden, foul line pop. Good look, and he hits it. And that is it. So an impressive run after Messalonskee had closed it down to 7. Nokomis finishes the half on a 6-0 run. They take a double-digit lead into the locker room at halftime. The score from the Eagles' Nest from Messalonskee High School in Oakland. The Nokomis Warriors 30 and the Messalonskee Eagles 17. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights. We're back here live at Messalonskee High School in Oakland. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. The Nokomis Warriors have come to play here this afternoon. They have a 13-point lead over the Messalonskee Eagles, 30-17 at halftime. And the reason they have that 13-point lead is an 18-0 run that began when Messalonskee had a 5-2 lead, and then it was lights out after that. Nokomis scored 18 straight points at that point and led it 20-5. Then later on, Messalonskee caught fire a little bit, just a little bit, went on a 7-0 run and cut the lead to 7. Then Nokomis closed the quarter by going on a 6-0 run to get us to where we are now at 30-17. So Nokomis won the first quarter. They outscored Messalonskee 18-5, 12-12 in the second, AJ.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is Messalonskee did what I think armchair coaches would tell you to do.
And we are that.
You got a 6'10 guy, maybe you ought to find him. And in the second quarter, they did. The fouls started to go up. The game slowed down. Messalonskee started to chip away at the lead. And then what happens is I think Messalonskee got back away from Merrick Smith, and Nokomis got running again, and they were able to chip away at that. And I think the interesting thing is, again, who does Merrick Smith guard? Can they take advantage of the space if they're going to work in the perimeter? And for the most part, when he was out there, he was guarding Seth Bowden. Bowden finished with a game-high 12 points in the first half, so he took advantage of that space.
Yeah, and they've got Messalonskee's got to figure that out. Nokomis basically has 5 guards on the floor at all times, so think of bees to honey, okay? Because that's what's going on with Merrick Smith. When Merrick Smith gets the ball, he's the honey. The Nokomis Warriors guards, all 5 of them out there, they're the bees. Bees go to honey. They're buzzing around and collapsing on him and really making life difficult. He cannot put the ball on the floor when he's in the pivot at all, AJ.
No, and I think that's one of the things. Already, I think Nokomis' perimeter defense, as we've seen this season, was going to make it tough to get those entry passes, especially because Merrick Smith doesn't initially set up on the low block. He sets up about the free throw line. But then you add to the fact that Messalonskee at times seems to struggle to just find him in general. They want to run the weave. They want to see if they can penetrate. Whereas I feel like what happened when they made the run to close the deficit back to single digits is he was able to draw fouls, and he just kind of did it himself. In the first quarter, before the game got out of hand, getting him a touch at least gets you an open shot. I can live with that. But it just seems like Messo's kind of content to move around the perimeter at times.
30-17, Messalonskee trailing here at halftime. This is our final broadcast of 2023, but never fear because 2024 is full. And we start on January 2nd on Tuesday with boys basketball. Waterville's going to be at Erskine Academy. Game time there is 5 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon here on The Score on all of our platforms, 1160thescore.com, centralmainsports.com, and on our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. When you go there, please subscribe. Please hit the bell, get notifications on when games begin, when our special features like score lights and our player of the game features are posted, and also be in to win University of Maine hockey tickets, University of Maine men's basketball tickets, and University of Maine women's basketball tickets. So Tuesday, January 2nd, is our first broadcast of 2024, and it begins a busy week. The following night on Wednesday, Brewer at Lawrence, boys basketball at 6:30. Then it's Erskine Academy hosting Madomic Valley in boys basketball at 6:30 on the 4th. Then on the 5th, it's a doubleheader in Skowhegan. Skowhegan hosting Mount Blue for 2, the boys at 6, the girls at 7:30. Then Oceanside will be at Erskine Academy in boys basketball for a Saturday afternoon game at 1 o'clock. Other than that, we got nothing going next week. That's why we call ourselves the place for local sports.
And that's with Monday off because of the holiday. Next week's even busier.
We get in as many as we can. 30-17, Messalonskee trailing here at the half to the Nokomis Warriors. Second half action is next on The Score.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Mike Violet here in the studio where I do opening drive every weekday from 7 until 9 on The Score. And in my hands, I've got a mafia envelope, as I call it, full of University of Maine hockey tickets, men's hockey, women's basketball, and men's basketball that the University of Maine was nice enough to give us to give to you. Very simple process for you to win these UMaine hockey, men's and women's basketball tickets. Go to YouTube, go to Central Maine Sports, our YouTube channel, and subscribe. Once you've done that, send us an email to thescore@centralmainsports.com. That's thescore@centralmainsports.com. That allows us to verify your username, and that officially gets you in to win University of Maine hockey, men's basketball, and women's basketball tickets, all from the place for local sports and your home for University of Maine hockey, women's, and men's basketball. The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
All righty, Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here live at Messalonskee High School in Oakland. The homestanding Messalonskee Eagles have work to do. That's the bad news. The good news is they've got a full half to do it. They're trailing 30-17.
Just a couple numbers for you, Mike. Leading scorer in the game, Seth Bowden for Nokomis had 12. Connor Sides had 9. He did all his damage in the first quarter, part of that big run you were talking about. Leading scorer for Messalonskee's Merrick Smith with only 7. Nokomis out-rebounding Messalonskee 16-5, and then 5 Messalonskee turnovers to 3 for the Warriors. So pretty clean game. No foul troubles really to worry about. Alex Grant and Townsend both have 2, but neither of them sat for stretches in the first half.
Smith, Doobie, Moody, Bernier, and Brunel for the Messalonskee Eagles. Sides, Grant, Townsend, Sides, and Bowden for the Nokomis Warriors. Warriors with the ball. They're in the maroon uniforms. They go right to left here in the second half. Messo in the white going the other way. Here we go. Messo down by 13. On the drive, it's Grant. Goes on the baseline to Owen Sides. Owen Sides kicks it over right side to Townsend. Now on the drive, it's Connor. Connor back to Townsend. 3 ball from the corner. No, picked off in there by Bernier. Messo needs more of that. Brunel to Smith. You got to put that one down. Dunk that basketball.
I'm surprised he didn't just hammer that.
You got to absolutely slam that down. Outside for 3. Townsend, and he makes him pay. 33-17.
Townsend won. We talked to Coach Grant. Someone they're excited about, just his 5th point.
The lead is 16. The drive by Doobie, fouled on the way through. No shots. The lead 16. That's the largest lead of the game for the Warriors. Actually, they are going to give Doobie shots. Perhaps a gratuitous call there, but
take a look.
Messalonskee will take it.
Replay real quick. I think
and of course he missed.
Continuation is so hard to figure out at this level.
So with that being the 3rd foul on Dawson Townsend, he's out. Jake Neumeyer's 6-foot senior is in. Messalonskee will take that.
That is a big deal.
Get him out of the game, because he has been a pain in the rump for Messalonskee so far. One more shot here for Sam Doobie. Dips, shoots, missed. 2 missed free throws, got a held ball. I can't see the arrow. They tell us it's Messalonskee's. So the Eagles catch a break. Messo ball, Doobie to inbound. Left corner, it's Moody. Moody backs in, back to Doobie in the corner. Now, flashing open is Smith. Wide post. Smith puts it on the floor, stops, goes up, got the roll. Need more of that, 33-19.
That gives Smith 9 on the game.
Here's Grant in the back, guarded by Brunel, blows up, gets it ahead now for Bowden. Bowden goes on Doobie, beats him on the dribble, lays it over on a layup there for Newmeyer.
That was a nice pass there because Smith, I think, thought he was going to get SWAT City.
Yep. 35-19. Moody drives all the way. Under up. No wild shot. Nobody there for Messalonskee to grab the rebound. Grant does. Ahead to Sides. Sides spins in on Bernier. Almost lost the dribble. Back outside to Alex Grant. 35-19. Nokomis. Driving right side, Connor Sides. Kicks it over left corner. Grant for three, no. Rebound gobbled up by Smith. Quickly ahead to Doobie. Doobie, a stutter step, goes all the way. Banks it home. 35-21. 6 minutes to go in the third. Messo needs another stop. Running it up his Sides. Sides behind the back, foul line. Kicks it over left side for Bowden. Bowden goes in, shut off by Smith. Drops it down to Newmeyer. Back on the elbow. Right there, Bowden missed the shot. Rebound gobbled up by Brunel. Brunel whips it ahead. That is Bernier. Bernier throws up a boulder. And that's out of bounds off Messo. All right, Parent will come in for Moody. 5:31 left in the third. Nokomis by 14, 35-21. Oops, we've got a collision and a foul called off the ball on Sides as he and Brunel ran into one another. They both took a beating.
I'm surprised. I think they...
Think that what?
I think that the Brunel was in place. He's allowed to stand there, right?
Yeah, they gave him a foul, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it should have been a charge. I was waiting to see if they were switching the inbounds, but Nokomis keeps it and they marked it up. It's a foul on Brunel.
Owen Sides out front. Owen almost taken away by Bernier, couldn't. Inside, kicked foul line left to Newmeyer. Newmeyer back out front to Alex Grant. Nokomis can afford to run their offense. They've got the lead and the ball by 14. Driving in, shut off Connor Sides. Foul line, Bowden wanted it, didn't take it, now to Newmeyer. Foul line right to Sides. Smith pops out on him. Now foul line left, Grant the left-handed shot, all net.
Man, he came up and went up straight up with that. He knew that's shooting with conviction right there.
37-21, Smith flashes through, dribbles up, no. Gets the rebound, missed that. But he did get fouled. Boy, when you look at Merrick Smith's shot chart, he has had a lot of shots within 5 feet that he has missed.
Yeah, I think just...
More conviction needed.
Yeah, I think Nokomis has done a nice job of making him feel a little bit uncomfortable as well.
You keep track of missed free throws?
Yeah, he's now 1 for 3.
Okay. I thought it was more.
He missed an and one and converted an and one.
That foul was on Bowden, by the way, his second and the second on the team. Second one by Smith, got it.
That puts Smith into double digits with 10.
He's got 10 of the 22. Get no help. Into Sides, this is Owen. Owen runs it up, avoids a foul. It's tipped, but it still ends up in the hands of Bowden. Bowden tries to drive, shut off by Smith, kicks it back to Sides. Sides drifts to the paint, throws up a rainbow, no good. Smith with the rebound. Outlet to Brunel. Brunel. Foul line left extended. There's Parent wide open. 3, just a little bit short, but the rebound is speared by Bernier. Bernier in, Smith hits the shot and one. 37-24, and it's the same goal here for Messalonskee in the third. Get this down to single digits or less before the fourth quarter starts. It's down to 14. Excuse me, it's down to 13. No, it's down to 14. 38-24, Smith at the line, hit it. 38-25, it is officially 13. Messalonskee pressing all over the place. Here's Bowden running it up. Bowden to the top, shovels over to Connor Sides, back to Bowden. Bowden to the top, in the game Jeff Carr, now back to Bowden. To Owen sides, penetrates, pulls up. Rainbow is way off. The rebound picked off by Doobie. Over to Brunel. Messalonskee with the ball down 13. High post, kicked back out to Doobie by Smith. 3, no good. Ice cold from the floor. Great pass inside. Smith can't convert. Cannot convert. Then they're going to get him for a foul. Fouls on Merrick Smith. What a big play there. A great pass, and Smith about a 2-footer missed it.
Yeah, that was a great look. And that's the problem. Messalonskee really struggled to string together runs.
3.5 to go in the third. Nokomis with a full timeout. They lead it by 13. It's Nokomis 38 and Messalonskee 25. Back after this on the score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
All righty, Mike Violet, AJ Knights, along with our videographer Ryan Packard back here in Oakland. 38-25, Nokomis over Messalonskee.
His name's not Ryan. You said Ryan Packard.
Oh, I did? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. His name is Sean Packard.
Sean Packard.
I mixed Ryan Bell and Sean Packard up.
You had a rotational cast of characters this week. That's fair.
True. All right, my bad. Thanks for the correction.
Merrick Smith, to your point, 13 now of 25 points for Messalonskee.
That's officially more than half.
Yes.
Pressure in the back, and it goes to Connor Sides. Sides guarded by Parents. Sides over the timeline to the middle. 38-25, 3:20 left in the third quarter. Messalonskee needs a stop. Bullet pass never got through. It was knocked out of bounds by Smith. Nokomis will try it again from the baseline. Townsend wants to come in and needs official permission to do so, and he does come in for Carr.
Nokomis just piecing this together. You got 8 from Grant, 9 from Connor Sides, 12 from Bowden.
Townsend kicked it back outside to Bowden. Now to Grant. Back to Townsend. Now to Sides. Now to Townsend. Townsend circles to the front. Kicks it off foul line right for Owen Sides. Owen to Connor on the cut. But right there is Smith to shut him off. Back outside. Foul line right. Townsend for 3. No. Rebound Smith. Big outlet to Brunel. 38-25. 2:45 to go in the third. Messalonskee in danger of losing on their home floor unless they rally. Smith on the weave to Brunel. Brunel goes in, a bump, and the shot goes. Soft rim, and he got it. 38-27, Nokomis by 11. Running it up is Alex Grant. Back to Townsend. Now to Sides. Sides to Grant. Grant, a stutter step, stops, kicks it over to Townsend. Townsend backs it out, gets Smith way away from the basket. On the cut to Connor Sides. Nothing there. Foul line pop by Townsend, yes.
That's just a nice play there, as you pointed out. Smith got pulled way out and then kind of got stuck in no man's land.
40-27, 1:55 to go in the third. A 3 by Parent. It couldn't have missed by, well, it could have missed by more, but it missed by a lot. The rebound ahead to Connor Sides. Back to Townsend. Townsend again with Smith way away from the basket. Beat him on the dribble. Tries to go inside to Bowden, and he does. And Bowden, a nifty little turnaround, and it's good.
That's a tough shot. He went right up over Merrick Smith.
No fear. Back to 15. 42-27. Foul line pop by Bernier. Off. Rebound tapped out. Nokomis comes away with a loose ball. Here's Sides. Sides trying to spin away from Parent. Some fancy dribbling there. They call him for 5 seconds. All right, back in the game is Moody. Parker Reynolds coming in. And coming out, Brunel. And Smith will come out for the final 1:13. Here's Jacob Moody. Going to be tough to get it down to single digits now at 15 to Doobie. Doobie backing his man in. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Reynolds in the corner to Parent. Parent. Now to Bernier. Bernier in the corner to Reynolds. Reynolds circles, foul line left, back out front to Parent. Parent hands it off to Moody. No, he doesn't. He goes down low to Doobie. Doobie, a tough turnaround pop, and he got it. Boy, the degree of difficulty on that one was about 9.99. 42-29. Connor sides. Outside, let's see if Nokomis holds. 30 seconds to go. On the weave, Townsend to Grant. Boy, these guards are some kind of quick.
Yeah, their perimeter defense is good. It's going to keep them in a lot of games.
Townsend hands it off to sides. This is Connor. Clock at 17. Connor, a pick from Townsend, stops foul line right, 10 seconds left. In the corner, open Bowden. Bowden drives. No foul call. Ball tipped outside. Loose, it's Reynolds. Has time, fires, and it's no good with 0.2 seconds left in the third quarter. Time for a very quick catch and release.
And to your point again, Nokomis, they just don't stop moving.
It's dizzying, to be honest with you. All right, they get it in, and it'll be way short, and that's it. Messalonskee in trouble after 3. Nokomis in the catbird seat. It's Nokomis 42, Messalonskee 29. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, along with Sean Packard, our videographer, back here live at Messalonskee High School in Oakland. Ready to go in the fourth, final 8. At least the regulation, and it's going to take a rally by the Messalonskee Eagles, down 42-29. Coming out tight defensively. Inbounds pass to Dawson Townsend. Another 12-12 quarter. Both the second and third. Each team scored 12. The difference in this one, the 18-5 beginning for Nokomis in the first. That included an 18-0 run from midway through the first to early in the second. On the drive, Townsend all the way over Smith. Shot no good, or checked it over Reynolds. They call an offensive foul.
A little bit of a late call, but I think based on what I can see, the bright call, we'll see the replay here. Yeah, I think he was waiting for him. That's a big deal, too. That's Townsend's fourth.
So let's see what Josh Grant decides to do. No change yet. Here's Moody picking the ball up at half court. Moody, little shake and bake, hands it off to Doobie. Doobie tries to spin in, nothing there, back to Moody. Moody goes in, and he's going to get called for one. Great job there by Connor Sides to draw it. Took a hit, but bounced back up, and coming out is Townsend now with his 4 fouls, and Jeff Carr comes in, the 6-foot sophomore. It's 4, right, not 3 on Townsend?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
4.
Make sure I get that right.
Well, so back-to-back turnovers between each team here. That's just now 6 for Messalonskee, 5 total for Nokomis, so a pretty clean game.
Carr open in the corner, turns it down, back out to Sides. Sides angles in, stops, back out, open is Carr for 3 off the bench. And it's 45-29. It's back to 16. On the right, it is Doobie. Doobie goes in, pull up 5-footer, no good. Rebound Smith, back up and in, and a foul on the play. No, a timeout. We'll keep it here. 6:54 to go in the third. We'll do a game reset here, brought to you by Mid-State Machine. If you are looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. The difference in the game, again, we'll keep harping on it. It's that 18-0 run that Nokomis went on starting midway through the first quarter where Messalonskee led 5-2. Nokomis ripped off 18 straight points, blew that lead out to 20-5. And that indeed is the difference in the game because in the second quarter, the teams played to a draw, 12-12. In the third quarter, the teams played to a deadlock of 12-12. So that 18-0 run. The difference, game reset, brought to you by Midstate Machine.
Yeah, Messalonskee's just struggled to string together like more than 2 or 3 baskets, and I think part of it is Nokomis just doesn't stop moving right. We saw there. Connor Sides gets all the way into the paint, not going to shoot it, but in creating that paint touch, basically, he creates the open shot for his teammate, and Carr drills the 3.
All right, here's Connor Sides in the back. Brunel comes over, that is, tries to trap, doesn't work. Not a Grant. These guys are just too quick. Now's a steal. I spoke too soon. A steal by Bernier all the way, gets nailed. Is he in the act of shooting? That is the question. Sam Smith pleading his case, and there are going to be shots. So Bernier is going to get 2 shots. And Messo has a chance here to score without the clock running, and he needs to hit these free throws. Down 13. 2 shots. The foul was on Alex Grant. That's his 3rd. Another miss.
And Messalonskee, I think, on the day, let's see, 3 for 4. 6 for 9. 6 for 10 now.
All right, 7 for 11. Not as bad as I thought. 44-32. I thought it was 45.
No, they must have
called that a 2.
That must have been a 2 for
Okay.
Carr. That's got to be what it is.
All right.
So let's get that corrected.
Yep. 44-32. 6:40 to go. A lot of pressure here. They somehow managed to get it into Connor Sides. Sides pushes. No need to be in a hurry here if you're Nokomis once you get over half court. And you can take your time. Sides and a carry called on Owen Sides. So a turnover, and Messalonskee got to cash in. It's 12.
That, with all that we said, Mike, here's a chance yet again to cut it to single digits.
Brunel. Out front. Smith in a high post. They get it to him. Looking for cutters. There aren't any. Left corner. It's Bernier open for 3. There's what they need. 44-35. It's down to single digits.
Bernier's now got 9.
Up to midcourt at Sides. Guarded by Reynolds. And he fouled him. And that's the 3rd foul. Not necessarily a great foul to take there in my estimation.
No, because you know this Nokomis team's going to move.
You know, you've got Smith there to protect you after he beats you if he does on the dribble. So the foul's on Reynolds. His 2nd, the team's 3rd. So Messalonskee only 1 more to give before Nokomis would shoot free throws here in the 4th and final quarter. Foul line right, Grant and Brunel. They didn't call a foul there on either side. Sam Smith literally jumping off the bench. Bowden trying to go on Doobie. Laid it off on the left to Townsend. Townsend to the top to Owen Sides. Almost lost it on the dribble. Retrieved by Townsend. Timeout called by Josh Grant. That's a good timeout. His team a little scattered there.
Yeah, they're getting frantic.
5:27 left. We'll hang right here with you. 44-35. Give us time to remind you that local sports on the score presented by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. More than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Find your passion, and you can start finding it by going to cmcc.edu.
Messalonskee, I mean, it feels like they've been thoroughly outplayed. Yeah, thoroughly outplayed most of the game, and then with 5:27, it's 9.
Yeah, they're still in it.
Yeah.
If they make some plays, they can win this game.
They're going to have to figure out, obviously, in a high school basketball with no shot clock, you're going to have to figure out a way to get the ball back as Nokomis can run the stall.
Yeah, and now they're, of course, up against it with 3 fouls, so they're going to watch themselves there. All right, popping out in the corner, Townsend. Dawson Townsend, who's playing with 4. Brings Smith out. That's always good if you can take advantage of it. Trying to beat him on the dribble. Lays it over. Stolen. Bernier jumped in the passing lanes. Bernier up the right. Little shake and bake. Kicks it over to Doobie. Now to Smith. Smith to Doobie. Doobie foul line pop from the elbow in and out. And Smith not there for the rebound. He was on the other side of the lane. And the rebound kicked ahead by Townsend to Connor Sides. Sides on the right for Grant. On the weave to Owen Sides. Now to Townsend. Constant movement by these 5 guards on the floor. Townsend backs it out. Has Smith away from the basket. Smith fell down. He beat him. Stops. Foul line pop. Got it! 46-35.
That's just a little extra spice to go with that.
Brunel to Bernier. Bernier for 3. He is feeling it. They need him. Quick timeout by Sam Smith as it's back to 8. 4:24 to go. We'll take it 2. It's Nokomis 46 and Messalonskee 38. Back after this on The Score.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Back here just in time for the ball to be knocked out of bounds by Messalonskee out of the timeout. So you missed nothing other than that quick pass in. Nokomis will try it again. 4:24 left. Nassau has cut it to 8. This is as close as it's been, and Nokomis throws it away. Alex Grant threw it to nobody. I think the intended receiver looked like one of those Messalonskee cheerleaders over there. And it goes to Messo on the turnover.
Nokomis had 4 turnovers through the first 3 quarters. They've got 4 in this quarter alone.
Into Smith on the lob. He had it knocked away. Back outside Bernier for 3. In and out. Boy, that would have been the shot there to really get Messalonskee back in the game. Instead, Smith gets called for a foul. Huge sequence there.
Over the bat. It's a great look. Bernier's been hitting him. And then Smith just trying to keep his team alive with an offensive board. Too aggressive going over the back.
So Nokomis will try to inbound Grant with 4:17 to go. To Sides. Connor Sides. Up over the timeline. They can afford to calm down now and work their half-court offense. Grant stolen. Yes, it is stolen by Brunel to Reynolds. On the right to Bernier. Bernier in the post to Smith. Smith goes in to the cutter. Doobie. Doobie up and in. 46-40. This is as close as it's been in a while. 3:40 to go. In the backcourt, it's Sides. And it's out of bounds, but it's out off Messalonskee. He knocked it away, did Parker Reynolds. Eagles turning up the defensive pressure. 3:38 to go. Quick pass into Townsend. Townsend back to Bowden. Bowden over the timeline and a whistle. And a push. Somebody on Messalonskee commits the foul. It is on Parker Reynolds.
And we don't have a shot of that because that happened way off screen and Reynolds got called for a push.
So that is team foul number 5. So Nokomis can now cash in with freebies on every foul the rest of the way. At the line, Connor Sides, the 5'9" senior, 46-40, 3.5 to go, misses. One more for Sides. Third foul on Parker Reynolds.
That was only the second free throw attempt for Nokomis.
Missed that one. And the rebound by Reynolds, and he got fouled over the back. Third foul on Nokomis. So they have just one more to give. And Messalonskee can make this if they hit a three, a one-possession game. Coming in, Jeff Carr. And that's 5 fouls, by the way, on Dawson Townsend. I'm sorry, I missed that. Townsend's out. That is huge.
That's all, yes.
So 3.5 minutes left, and Nokomis will have to go without Townsend. Here's Brunel. It's a 6-point game. This is as close as Messo's been since early, and I mean early in the first. Doobie to Bernier. Bernier feeling it, fires, misses, and the rebound speared in there by Sides. Big rebound by 5'9", Connor Sides. Pass whipped ahead, knocked out of bounds by Reynolds.
For Bernier, I know you've been feeling it, but hitting a set three and dribbling into a falling jumper, not the same thing. And I think that's a rush shot when your team didn't need it.
Owen Sides in the front court, 3:09 to go. 46-40, Nokomis in front. Sides in the corner for Carr. Guarded by Smith, passes blocked and stolen by Bernier. And Bernier traveled.
Yeah,
he did.
He wanted to throw that up, and then he got caught trying to pull it back down.
A split second where that happened. Just a split second.
Great trap there, but you're right. We got a great shot of it, too, on the replay.
Good call. Great job by Sean Packard getting the shot there. Great call and a great shot. Sides to put it into play. 3:04 to go now. Messalonskee has it covered well. Stolen by Smith. Bernier over to Brunel. Sam Smith telling him to hurry up, although they really don't have to. 2-possession game is what it is. Inside, Smith spins, knocked away. It's run down by Doobie. Smith is open. Smith, don't pass it. Cut back to the other side. He faked one way and should have reversed in the other direction. I think he had an open side there, AJ. Instead, we end up getting a foul on Messalonskee.
Yeah, we see he's going to get it here. Yeah, he spins. You're right. He drop steps. He's dunking that. Reynolds' 4th foul and shots. There, I think it's a case with you, Mike. You were picked to be one of the preseason's best players in conference. Do it. Be selfish.
Got to be aggressive there.
Yeah.
Not look to pass the ball off. Jeff Carr at the line. Hits. 47-40. Carr has been a valuable piece off the bench, a sophomore. They haven't lost anything with him in there. Missed the second free throw. Rebound Reynolds. Now you got to have a little sense of urgency. Brunel, lead pass. Bernier takes it to the basket. Fouled. He'll go to the line. So Messalonskee will have a chance to score with the clock stopped. 2:33.
That's a nice job playing fast. The question is going to be more so, Mike, how many times can you get Nokomis to give you the ball back?
Sides with the foul, just his first. The last one Messalonskee has to give. The free throw rolls out. Man, got to hit those free throws. Bernier with one more. So both teams will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Missed them both. Terrible. Grant with the rebound. Got to hit those free throws. Grant harassed by Bernier. Left-handed pass up to Sides. Sides trapped. Got to get rid of it. He does in the corner. Sides. And it's stolen away by Doobie. Pass intended for Carr. Head for Brunel. Or check that to Bernier. Bernier to Smith. Smith misses the first one, hits the second one. 47-42. Back to 5. 2 minutes left. Running it up his Sides. A frantic fourth quarter. Jump step there. And it's traveling. Connor Sides called for the walk.
9 Nokomis turnovers this quarter. 9.
That's a ton. It's allowed Messalonskee to chisel down a 13-point lead to 5. 1:55 left. We've got a 2-possession game.
Merrick Smith has to touch this ball in the paint.
Brunel to Bernier. Bernier, foul line pop. No good. Rebound, knocked around. He didn't touch it. Carr with the rebound. He got it over nicely to Sides. Sides rushes up. Riding his hip there is Smith, and a foul on Reynolds, and I think that's it for Reynolds.
Yeah, that's Reynolds' fifth.
Yep, when you saw him pull his jersey out of his shorts, when you untuck, you're done.
And he was coming to try and trap, but Sides hit the brakes, and he ran over him. 5
fouls, of course, so we'll get shots here for Connor Sides.
For Messalonskee, the insult to injury on this other side on that Bernier jump shot, he was open. I feel like a solid look. Bernier tried to track down his own rebound, and I think it actually Reynolds poked it away from him.
Yeah. It's a game of inches. All right, at the line here, Connor Sides. 47-42, 48-42.
That puts Sides into double figures. He had all 9 points in the first quarter. It's his first point since.
Connor Sides trying to hit the second one. 48-42, he didn't. 6-point game, still 2 possessions, 1.5 to go. Out front to Brunel, high post to Smith. Smith blindsided by Sides, got it back over to Brunel. Brunel backs it out, Smith's open in the post. Smith goes in, the floater, no, short. Rebound to Bowden. It's Grant in the back. Nice pass over the defense to Bowden. Bowden up, Messalonskee going to try for a steal here. Very, very difficult to do against this 5-guard quick Nokomis team.
Brunel tried to take there. He had a hold of the jersey. Now Moody's finally going to get it.
And Grant finally got fouled. Josh Grant and one of the officials having a very close but friendly discussion. And here's a chance right here for Alex Grant to make this a 3-possession game and dial up the degree of difficulty off the charts. And he missed. Still 48-42.
Yeah, Nokomis' free throw shooting is what allowed them to beat Skowhegan at Skowhegan. It has been a struggle for them today.
Second one is good. 49-42. 50 seconds left. It's a 3-possession game. Brunel may as well jack a 3 here. At the foul line, his jump shot is way off.
I mean, if you're going to throw something up like you said, it might as well be a 3.
Right, and Sides got nailed by Brunel, and that is going to do it. Now, a frantic comeback by Messalonskee in the fourth quarter ran out of steam, as they have to resort to fouling, and Sides with the lead 7. A chance to make it more, and he does.
I know not as much pressure filled, but that's Sides' first point.
(50-42). 51-42. It's a 9-point game. 38 seconds to go. Brunel fields the ground ball, kicks it left corner. Open there is Moody for 3. Probably too little too late. But a timeout called by Sam Smith with 32 seconds to go. 51-45. We're back to a 2-possession game on the Moody 3.
That's Moody's first bucket. He's actually sat for big stretches in this second half.
So 32 seconds left. 51-45. I wish I could tell you who had the possession arrow. I wish they had a thing on the clock here that showed us. But they do not.
Yeah.
32 seconds left. The lead is 6. So you've got ought to obviously go for a steal right off the inbounds, and then I think foul immediately.
I mean, to point out, we don't have the 1-and-1 anymore, absolutely what you said, but in the fourth quarter alone, Nokomis is 5 for 10.
Grant will put it into play. He'll be guarded by Brunel.
From the free throw line this quarter.
32 seconds left. Pass is loose in the corner. It's run down by Doobie. Doobie fouled. This will be a 2-shot foul. And again, clock stops. Messalonskee can score.
Worth noting, ref threw up a number 4. That's Alex Grant's 4th. 27 seconds left, but still, he's 1 away from sitting.
Doobie hits. 51-46. Second one by Doobie, hits. 51-47. 27 seconds to go, and quickly a foul on the inbounds past the sides. The foul by Moody. Had to do it. You got to do it. So it stops the clock with 26.7. And Sides will go to the foul line with the lead at 4.
He's 1 for 4 this quarter.
So by no means a sure thing. 51-47. 51-47 still.
1 for 5 now this quarter.
That's 20%.
That's not great. That's what I'm saying. And the free throws, Nokomis has not shot well in the fourth quarter, so even though you got to trade 2, they've given you a chance.
Second one is good. 52-47. Messalonskee runs it up. Brunel, and Moody almost lost the ball. Moody drives, goes in, bangs it home, and a foul! Jake Moody, a driving layup on the left side. It counts and 1, and the free throw can make it a 2-point game.
How about that? Moody sits for big stretch of this second quarter, comes in and makes 2 huge buckets.
And he hits. We got a 2-point game. 52-50, and Josh Grant wants a timeout. This is as close as Messalonskee has been since it was 8-5 Nokomis in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Wow. Moody, again, he was in the starting lineup, and then during that, especially in the third and the fourth quarter, sat for stretches as they had Parker Reynolds, who's not in the starting lineup, run a lot with the starters, and Moody comes in and has scored 6 huge points.
All right, let's reset it. Brought to you by Mid-State Machine. 17.8 seconds to go. A scorer's table. Who's got the arrow? All right, the arrow is in favor of Messalonskee. That's the only way I could find out. Sorry. 17.8 seconds to go. Necessity's the mother of invention. 52-50. Nokomis with the lead in the ball. They'll take it out after the made free throw.
So that's important to note, too, for Nokomis is you can't just count on a jump ball.
Right. All right, putting it into play, Bowden. Bowden looks. Bowden finally gets it in. Sides immediately fouled. Sam Smith was hoping for a turnover there, but a foul immediately, and Sides will go to the line. What's he at the line?
Sides is 2 for 2.
All right, so he's maybe not the guy you want to send.
But he was 2 for 2, I think, when it was still like a 7-point lead.
Right.
So
let's see how he is with the screws tightened up here. 52-50, 16.9. You got to hope if you're Meso for a miss of at least 1, and they're going to get it. I could tell out of the hands that was going to miss.
That's what I pointed out. He made 2 when it was a 7-point lead. It's different when it's a 2-point lead.
Another one here for Owen Sides. Second one is on the way. Got it. 53-50. Still a 1-possession game. Brunel drives up, pulls up, hands it over to Moody. Back to Brunel. Brunel open 3. It's good! 53-50, 5 seconds to go. Grant stops, launches, he hit it! Oh my God! Alex Grant wins the game for the Nokomis Warriors from about 35 feet. An epic finish, and Nokomis wins it 56-53. You cannot make this up.
Wow.
This is why sports is the ultimate reality show right there. What a marvelous display of basketball by the Messalonskee Eagles and the Nokomis Warriors here this afternoon. An epic finish. Drake Brunel hit a 3 to tie it at 53, and then Alex Grant wins it from just over midcourt with a 3. The final score in this one, as we all take a breath, the Nokomis Warriors 56 and the Messalonskee Eagles 53. The post-game show is next. I think I know who our score player of the game is going to be. We're back after this on The Score.
Got to be Grant.
Obviously, it's Grant.
4.
Wow. This is one for the.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
All right, we've had a chance to take a breath. Mike Violet and A.J. Knight back here at Messalonskee High School in Oakland. I often call games wing dingers, and I have stolen that phrase from the late, great Johnny Most, the longtime Celtics broadcaster who used it a lot. And there are wing dingers, and there is the game that is the very definition of a wing dinger, and this is going to be beside the definition or beside the picture of a wing dinger of maybe Alex Grant is going to be the word wing dinger, because this one was. Messalonskee trailed in this game by as many as 17 points. Thanks to an 18-0 run that started midway through the first quarter, went through the second quarter, and they were down in the fourth quarter by as many as 15 points, and they rallied. They outscored the Nokomis Warriors 24-14 down the stretch in the fourth quarter, and they tied the game on this Drake Brunel three-point shot. Here's the entire play, 53-50 at this point. And Brunel brings it up, passed it off to Moody, and then drains the tying shot, and it looked good when it left his hand, and it was. All right, so there's that. So the ball went inbounds with about 5 seconds left, and Alex Grant got the inbounds pass, and he crossed midcourt and he made sure he and his teammates had a happy bus ride home. We'll watch the whole play.
Yeah, so here's the whole clip. So you're going to see the tie game again, but you get to have Brunel. I mean, in a moment, right? You go from the highest to highest because he hits this shot. His first 3, he had 7 total points. He hadn't made a bucket since
Grant,
the third quarter.
We'll get it over midcourt. One step. Now he's about 5 feet over midcourt. Yes! Rattled it home as the horn sounded. And that, friends, is the very definition of a wing dinger. And the Messalonskee Eagles, despite a gallant comeback, lose to Nokomis 56-53. It's no shocker that Alex Grant is our scorer player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, Nokomis, I think, doing today's game the way that they've been able to sort of string together those victories, because I thought for sure, literally before that shot, it was going to be Bowden, potentially Moody, actually, depending on how overtime looked, because we looked like we were heading that way, because Bowden finished with a team-high 14 points for Messalonskee. Connor Sides had 11. He had 9 in the first quarter. Nokomis struggled really a lot in the fourth quarter. Let me just quickly add up here. Was that 2 for 8, 5 for 12, 6 for 14 in the fourth quarter, which allowed, of course, Messalonskee to get in it. But Grant finishes with 12, so he's the second leading scorer. And they just, piece by piece, Townsend had 9. They kind of chipped away at it. They forced turnovers. Really buckled there in the fourth quarter. They had 10 total turnovers in the fourth after having 4 for the first 3 periods combined.
Yeah, but the difference in this game in the end, despite that shot by Grant that won it, is that 18-0 run. You cannot allow a team, I don't care where you're playing and in what sport you're playing, if you allow a team to go on an 18-0 run, you're going to lose. Messalonskee led 5-2, and then at the end of the 18-0 run, they were down 20-5. They end up tying in the second quarter, each team scoring 12. Each team scored 12 in the fourth quarter, so basically matching baskets. And Nokomis took a 42-29 lead into the fourth quarter. They bumped it up to 15. They hit their first shot of the quarter. It was 44-29. That's when the comeback began. It was difficult. It took the entire quarter for the Messalonskee Eagles to come back, tying it on the Brunel 3 and then losing it on the Alex Grant 3, finishing off this wing dinger with not 1 exclamation point, but 4, number 4, Alex Grant.
Yeah, and then on the Messalonskee side, Merrick Smith finishes with a game-high 17. I think he's going to be really frustrated with himself. I think it easily could have been 30.
Oh.
He had a lot of baskets he left short. Ty Bernier had 12. He had 7 in the fourth quarter alone, 11 for Doobie as well, 6 for Jacob Moody, all 6 in the fourth quarter, and they were 6 huge points. And then Drake Brunel scores 7, so their starters score every single bucket that they had as they just kind of got out of the gate slow. They out-rebounded Nokomis 29-12, really, especially in that fourth quarter when they needed them, as Nokomis missed those free throws. But to your point, just you climb, literally, you get to the peak, and just as you think you're going over the mountain, Alex Graham slams the door shut and gets out of here with a Nokomis win.
Yeah, I mean, there's many things you can dissect in this game, and I don't want to pile on Merrick Smith because he's a fine player. But my message to him would be, if I were Sam Smith, is you're Merrick Smith, you're 6'10", you have got the game. Be more aggressive, be more of the man, and maybe be less sharing of the basketball sometimes. And again, you got to recognize where you are. That one drop step that he had that he didn't take, I mean, that's either a layup or a dunk, one or the other. He's got to be more aggressive in my mind.
They were cheating on his front foot there. He had the double team. He tried to throw it out, and instead he throws it into the pressure. It gets tipped. It ends up being a turnover, and I think he actually commits a foul on that play immediately afterwards on the loose ball. I think, too, especially the second quarter when they sort of chipped into the lead and got it to single digits before it took them forever into the fourth to finally do it again. It was because he was able to draw fouls and put the pressure on Nokomis' defense to, I think, open up things for the perimeter as well. By committing those fouls, you help out your perimeter guys, because if they're able to drive and get a bump here or there, now they get to go to the free throw line a little bit too unselfish, I think, especially in the second half.
So remember, if you want to go back and relive the memories of this one, and I have the feeling a lot of people are going to, you can find the game on YouTube at Central Maine Sports on YouTube. Please go and subscribe. Click the notification bell and get notifications on not only when our games are beginning, but also our special features like score lights, our players of the game like on Alex Grant, and much, much more. Also, you can go to the vault at centralmainsports.com and find all of our games there. It's always absolutely positively free. Always watch games, too, on 1160thescore.com. This is our final broadcast, and, man, we went out with a bang, didn't we, in 2023?
That is true.
What an appropriate way to go. Next year, when we'll talk to you again on January 2nd, it's boys basketball as the Waterville Panthers take on the Erskine Academy Eagles, 5 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon, January 2nd. Games on the 3rd, the 4th, 2 on the 5th, 1 on the 6th. We've got a full week for you, the entire schedule, also at centralmainsports.com and 1160thescore.com. So that's going to do it for us here for 2023. For Sean Packard, for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Messalonskee High School in Oakland. Final score here today in a wing dinger. The Nokomis Warriors 56, the Messalonskee Eagles 53. Happy New Year from all of us here at The Score.
Thanks for tuning in to The Score. In case you don't want to miss the next one, subscribe, like, and hit the bell to stay informed. This is the place for free local high school sports, The Score. And it's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Computer Improvements, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste.